How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? We've all been there, right? That deadline, that dream project, that healthy habit you swear you'll start tomorrow. But then, tomorrow comes, and nothing changes. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and suddenly you're stuck in the same place, looking back, wondering where the time went. The frustration builds, the self-doubt creeps in, and you start to wonder, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just get things done? Listen, you're not alone. Procrastination is a universal struggle. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to control your life. If you're tired of procrastinating and ready to take control, this video is for you. Let's be brutally honest, alright? Procrastination isn't just a harmless little habit. It's the silent killer of success. It keeps you stuck, holds you back, and prevents you from reaching your full potential. And you know what? It's not about laziness. Not really, it's about fear. Yeah, you heard me right. Fear. Fear of failure. What if you put yourself out there and you fall flat on your face? Fear of imperfection. What if it's not perfect? What if you make mistakes? And fear of the unknown. What if things don't go according to plan? But here's the thing. And lean in close for this one. Waiting for the perfect moment, waiting until you feel ready, it's all an illusion. It's just an excuse that your brain cooks up to keep you safe and comfortable, stuck right where you are. You think successful people waited until they felt completely ready before going after what they wanted? No way. They were scared too. But they took action anyway. They took that fear and said, I hear you, but I'm going for it anyway. Okay, so we know procrastination is driven by fear, but let's break it down even further, shall we? Why do we procrastinate? What's really going on in our heads? Well, I've boiled it down to 3 main reasons. Number 1, lack of clarity. You have this big goal, this amazing idea, but you have no clue where to start. And when you don't know where to start, guess what? You don't start. It's overwhelming. Number 2, overwhelm. This one's a biggie. The task, the project, the goal, it just feels too big. Too much. You feel like you're drowning in a sea of to-dos, and you don't even know which one to grab onto first. And finally, number 3, instant gratification. Let's face it, scrolling through social media, watching that next episode, indulging in that sugary treat, it just feels easier than the hard work of chasing your dreams. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain, and let's be honest, sometimes the work involved in achieving our goals feels a lot like pain. So, the question is, how do we break free from this cycle? How do we stop letting procrastination call the shots? Step 1, the 5-minute rule. We're going to fight procrastination head-on, and we're starting with a simple but powerful tool, the 5-minute rule. Here's how it works. Pick a task, any task, that you've been putting off, and commit to working on it for just 5 minutes. That's it, 5 minutes. You can do anything for 5 minutes, right? Set a timer and just start. Now here's the magic. Once you start, you build momentum. That 5 minutes often turns into 10, then 15, and before you know it, you're in the zone, making progress. The 5-minute rule is about outsmarting your brain. You see, your brain loves to overcomplicate things. It tells you that you need a whole afternoon free, a perfectly organized workspace, and a burst of superhuman motivation to get started. But the truth is, all you need is 5 minutes. 5 minutes to break through the resistance, to prove to yourself that you're capable of taking action. So, set that timer and watch what happens. Step 2, set clear micro goals. One of the biggest reasons we procrastinate is that feeling of overwhelm. We look at the big picture, the massive goal, and it's just too much. So what do? We shut down, we avoid, we procrastinate. But here's the key. Break it down. Instead of focusing on the overwhelming enormity of the entire project, set small, clear, and achievable micro goals. Think of it this way. You wouldn't try to eat an entire cake in one bite, right? You'd cut it into slices. So, instead of saying I'm going to start a business, which can feel completely overwhelming, break it down. Your first micro goal could be, I'm going to spend 30 minutes today researching different business ideas. See, manageable, right? The key here is to make your micro goals actionable and specific. Instead of saying, I'm going to work on my book, say, I'm going to write for 1 hour tonight, focus. Step 3, remove distractions. Let's talk about distractions, shall we? Because let's be honest, we live in a world of distractions. Our phones are constantly buzzing, notifications are popping up left and right, and social media is just a click away, ready to suck us into its endless scroll. And you know what? Our brains are wired to crave those distractions. They provide instant gratification, a quick hit of dopamine that makes us feel good in the moment. But here's the problem, those distractions are killing your productivity. So here's what we're gonna do about it. We're gonna create a distraction-free zone, find a quiet space where you can focus. Put your phone on silent, in another room if you have to. Turn off those social media notifications. And if you need to, use a website blocker to prevent yourself from getting sucked into the black hole of the internet. I know, it sounds like torture, right? But trust me, your brain will thank you. When you remove distractions, you give yourself the gift of focus. And focus is where the magic happens. You are capable of amazing things, but you'll never unlock your full potential if you let procrastination run the show. It's time to take control, to break free from those old patterns, and to start living the life you truly desire. If this message hit home, drop a fire emoji in the comments and commit to taking action today. Don't wait for tomorrow, don't wait for the perfect moment. The time to start is now. Like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Let's support each other on this journey. Remember, you're not alone. We're all in this together.